Yeah. Good day, some people all over the world. Today we are coming up with another fantastic program that has to do with what is happening here in this land today. And as usual, we have a computer brain gentleman that is that has a lot of knowledge about what is happening here in this land. The professional, the disciplinarian, and the self-employed. And we are going to be talking about culture, talking about the society, and all that. As usual, your host Sunday Himare in Negbedose is on ground for Eagle Studio, London, UK. Stay tuned as we have interaction with our son on this wonderful interview today. Thank you very much, and please stay tuned. Yeah, like I've just told you, the gentleman that is our guest today is the man sitting by my right hand side now. So we go. Sir, we are happy to have you here on Eagle Studio.
Good evening.
Please, sir, your introduction. Yeah, sir.
Good evening, viewers all over the world. My name is Eiboghomen A. Anderson. I'm from this Uromi. Thank you.
And you just mentioned your name. Do we know? Just tell us a little about your profession, please.
Okay. Should I say I'm a civil engineer? That was what I read from the university. And before then, I was into artisanship. So I'm into aluminum roofing, window, handrails, anything that have to do with building. Let me say that. So I do everything. Thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You do everything, right? Okay, that's beautiful. Now, you said you are a civil engineer. I think we'll start the interview from there. Now, let us look at the roads in this town now. Do you know that almost every road in this town today has been destroyed by flood, erosion, and whatever. As an engineer, what do you think we are not doing well that made all these things to happen fast the way they are now? What are some people not doing well that quicken the destruction of their roads that we are experiencing today in the whole of Eastern land?
The problem of our road is they are not really natural problem. They are man-made problem. Starting from the drains. If you can see our drains, they are not being maintained the way it's supposed to be. Our people refuse to deseat the gutters. At times, when they want to maybe take a sand or a car across it, they don't have this convert. But what they do, some of them will just cut a log of wood, dump it. At times, some will dump wood there, dump sand there, and the car will be passing it. Once it rains, the whole kludge will be there, and thereby causing a problem to that area. So all these are problem to our roads. Like our people, like especially the women, once they see it raining, they carry all their refuge, they dump it there. So these are the problems we are facing. Most of the problem are man-made problem. At times, drains, you have to give erosion a part. Erosion is it's not a human being. You can say, follow this place. But you also can direct erosion. This is where you go. So when you see, maybe there are some roads now. There are some roads, when you don't clear it, you see that the grasses are coming to the roads. Once those grasses are coming to the road, they block the water from flowing. And also, that one also stop water passing through the gutter, thereby destroying the roads. I'm talking of man-made. Then other man-mades are like heavy duty, heavy vehicle. Most of these roads were done in the early 80s. Today, before you go into construction, you have to take a statistic of vehicular movement on that road. That was what I read in school. You have to take a statistics of how many vehicles ply these roads, how many heavy duty ply this road. But today you can see, let's take Uromi Maytown for example now. That road, even when it's called dual carriageway, it was not designed for a 16 tons loads carrier. But what we are seeing today, you see Dangote with 600 bars of cement plying that roads. So that one can damage the roads. The strength of the roads was not designed for that particular load. Okay, imagine 600 times 50 kg. That is 300. Is it not 30,000? That is 30 tons. You have 30 tons of about 50 that will ply that road a day. What do you want the road to do? And remember, this our ties. Quota is a plasticity component. So that also affects the roads. Most of our roads are flexible roads. That is, they are made of bitumen quota. But if that road is made of concrete, that is which we call rigid pavement, I think it will save the day. Thank God that the new minister, though we will not be seeing it here, said that they will go into rigid pavements. Rigid pavements, the road will last long than the flexible pavement. I think that is another problem. Another problem, they are also man-made. Once our boys want to make any protest, the next thing you see, they start burning tires on the roads. And that one also damage the roads. There are a lot of things, yeah. Then little man-made. Maybe somebody's car break down on the roads. You will see they will barricade the place. They will pick glasses, dump them on the roads to show caution sign. Once they repair that car, they leave that in there. As the car continue to match it, continue to form a heap there. Before you know, that particular place, portion of that road is having a problem. So those are other man-made. There are a lot. Accident happen on the road, maybe scratch the roads. Instead of us to just take care of that particular portion, we'll leave it until it deteriorates. So those are the problems.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, most of the explanation you've given now are centered on man-made or kind of our own negligence, negligent attitude. Now, what is your suggestion on what to do, at least to bring down the destruction of our roads in this land?
One, we should learn the habit of maintaining our own things. I can't expect a governor or a local government to clean my street for me or to give me a drain. I can't expect that. If there is a drain in my street, I think we should come out and do it. Another thing that is giving us problem really is this environmental sanitation that have gone into extinction. What they do today is environmental contribution, environmental extortion. That's what they do today. Then during Buhari environmental, before environmental day, you have to clean your toilet. You know, we don't use this modern toilet we are using today. You have to clean everywhere. You have to clean it. You deseat your drain if you have drain. You clear, you sweep, you maintain everywhere. You wash your bath and your toilets. You know, then we're using these local toilets where you have to leave your house, walk a little while distance before you can get. We'll clean it. They will clean it. So, but today, we wait for government to do everything. Government cannot do everything for us. Whatever amenities that government is able to give us, we should maintain it. We are crying for deplorable state of the road today. Most of these governments, they don't use these roads. But me and you, we use it daily. So we should have the habit of cleanliness, clearing our compounds, our drains, deseating the drain, clearing the roads. Whatever you see that is obstructing the road that might cause, you have to remove it. We know the roads are not well constructed also. But let us try to maintain it. That is where we pass.
Thank you very much for that advice. You've made it clear that people should maintain their gutters because they are the ones that are using the road and not the government. Yeah, I think that's a very strong message for everybody. Now, that now take us to the second question. You mentioned about education just now. So let's talk about it again now. Now, looking at the society today, almost everyone is on the fast lane to making money. A reason many are into Yahoo and other cyber crime. And even right now, many people believe that education is a scam. That is, even if you are educated, that there's no way you make money by being educated and all that. Now, as someone is experienced, please let me start by this question: is education a scam truly, as they are saying today?
Where education can never be a scam in any way. If those who think education is a scam, like Naramali then that sang that they always want to imitate and they want to be Malia, that call education a scam. He's a medical doctor. So I think he make a phrase, education is a scam. Maybe he didn't complete his sentence. Education is a scam. Maybe when you don't take it serious. But when you face where it is needed, it's not longer a scam. I think he just use it just for lyrics or to make his song or his dance fine. Education is those boys who said education is a scam. At times you meet them in the bank, you see them looking for as an assistant. Very young boy, very fine boys with this their dreadlock, but they can't do anything. They look for somebody who will fee their teller. Somebody that was a friend, he said this guy saw him. He was just driving, very fine. I think 330 then. I mean Venza. So the guy is his boy. When he saw him, he now wind down. He was sweating. He said, what are you doing? He said, bros, I better come. I don't know where they own AC for this car. He owned the car, but you don't know where they own the AC. And the letter AC is always written on the button there. So from there, you can see education is not a scam. Even the fraud they are talking, you have to interact. You have to send message. I know most of them don't send message. Most of them, they are into rituals. I think that is why they can call it a scam. And why they are always calling it a scam is because they are making jest of government. Let me use that word. Because we pay money into school. At the end, when you come out, no work. So from there, you can see like the people in the bank, every worker in the bank, you must have a qualification. Even the gate man, you must pass SSC. If education is a scam, how will you have those people there? I think where you can see, where you can really do, there is no place you can do without education. Is it the market? Is it when you are trying to send for market, or when you are trying to buy? Or is it when you are trying to calculate what you've bought for the day, or you are trying to check your loss and your gain? Education is never a scam. Even today, you see our parents, they cannot speak English since we have this telecommunication. They mention credit, they mention airtime, they mention data. So when you say education is a scam, how do you think these people who are into this technology came about? Education can never be a scam. I mentioned Naramali before. Naramali is a medical student. Any day he's fed up with music, he will enter theater if he's a surgeon. But he will enter hospital, he will have his own hospital. So it's never a scam. It's never a scam. Though you see in our politics, we have Agbelo in our politics, but it's never a scam. It's never a scam. Many of them are still studying as of today. I think the most certified governor was Erufai. Erufai have about 77 plus certificates. Yeah. So you have made this money. If education is a scam, I don't think that man, after passing, you have money, after passing primary school or secondary school or university, your first degree, what do you want again? So education can never be a scam. I want to beg our youth that tomorrow you will see the power of education. I always tell them, at times when we are discussing, I will tell them that this country will be ruled by the people who they call local champions. Because the wise ones are into fraud. They are into rocking, going to party. While the local one, the village boys, they are into school, they are in education line. At the end, when they finish, they do their service or do their whatsoever. When you want a governor, I don't think you go and invite a garage boy. When you need people with certificates, who are you going to meet? You are going to meet these people. So from there, you can see that education is never a scam. I still remember when I was in school. During holiday, I would come, stay where I learn my work. My organ will ask me to kneel down. When I kneel down, some of my friends came, they will meet me. You undergraduate, you are still fooling yourself. Get out. Get up. Don't do it. Just leave the work. But today, I think I can let me not brag here. So let me just end it here. Education is never a scam. I advise all the youth try to have a BSc, at least BSc, so that whenever anybody want to help you, because these frauds will not continue forever. Because the person you are cheating was help once beaten, twice shy. That is the thing. You can't tell me somebody you job before you will job him again. Once you job him, the next time he's wise. So very soon this thing will end. Now it will now boils down to what do you have? I have some boys in my office that went for this Yahoo thing, didn't pay them. But because they have this hand job, they have to come back to me. They have where to start. But those who are not educated, they don't have hand job, those are the ones you see frustrated in town. So education is never a scam, my people.
Thank you very much for that wonderful lecture. And now takes us to the next question again. Now, taking a look at the culture of Eastern people now, we discover that our culture, though we know culture is dynamic, but the rate at which the people, Eastern people are changing their culture, let's talk about marriage now, is becoming too alarming. Now, before now, we know it doesn't take so much to get married to a certain person here in this land. But now, if you look at the list that have been given to people now before marriage, you discover that the list keep growing and growing and growing. In fact, sometimes it leads some person that want to marry Eastern people into frustration with the thinking that it's like everything about them, everything in them is being forcefully taken from them because they want to marry. What are your views about this, sir?
I think the problem we have is our people, we always copy the wrong thing. We don't copy the good side of life mostly. When I was growing up, I was hearing of Imo or Igbo. They are very expensive. I think that is where our people take their clue from. 'Cause I still remember in those days that marriage was always done in the night. Then we'll be waiting for where is the Obiaha? Where is the Obiaha? We'll go from house to house. They said we should bring bench. We'll go there, we'll bring bench for them to use. But today, everybody is trying to do what pleases them. Ahmed Oshan will hear what they are doing in Ewoji. Ewoji will say, this is what Ukoni are doing. So you see, we are doing unnecessary competition to get things from marriage or to. In those days, I still remember when my auntie was giving out. My father took 20 naira. He said, if the woman is good to you, you can help any of the brother. But it's not even the parents that are problem on this aspect. It's the community. There was a day I was telling somebody, I said, imagine. Okay, I think we were in school, I was telling somebody, imagine. When you take your baby to school, you go and bring her back or him, Once he is sick, he or she is sick, you are the one that will take care. You run up and down. But at the end of the day, when she's about to wed, you will see somebody who don't know how this child grew up. Will be telling you know how much we spent on our daughter, know how much we train. The father don't take much thing, but the relatives they charge it. So it's not too good. It's not advisable. It's giving us a negative name, and secondly, it's making our guests finding it difficult to get suitor. At times when you say, "Are you from?" You say, "Where are you?" You say, "I'm from Eiboghomen." Say, "Eiboghomen." Ha. Only those two words change things. So ESA should change. We should bring all these things down. That child, as the guy is marrying your daughter, or is marrying, yes, it's your daughter, because the whole people claim it's our daughter. Yes. As she's marrying your daughter, he will be feeding your daughter. He will be giving your daughter the necessary treatment. If your daughter is not feeling fine, he will take care of your daughter. Then before you know, your daughter will bring out a child. He also will be taking care of that child. So it's not too good. At times, there are some men who have this, what they do me, I will do them back. So because of that anger, because of what they bid him or what they collected from me, he want to be maltreating the lady at home. So it's not very good for us. It's not very good for us. If we don't want our guests to remain at home, if we don't want them to be a laughing stock, we should change our way. We should amend our way. After beds, I still remember there is this other food they eat. They call it Eiboghomen. So that's another food. They call it baby food. Because of Christianity now, they now call it baby food. So after that, you continue to eat this child food, your daughter's food. You continue to eat it gradually. You don't eat it once. So I want to beg the ASAM people. It's about time that will drop these excessive charges during wedding. How can somebody want to take your daughter? He will spend 1,500,000 for just things he needs to pay before you call her his somebody's wife. Let me use that word. So you can see it's not something that is very good. It's not something that is very good. It also take respect away from the family. It also take respect away. The way your family treated me. For example, now where I'm married, I can say I have the best introduction. My introduction was after when I came back from school. Then I was almost about to graduate. I bought drink. It was a day to Christmas. I went to see my father-in-law. It was my father-in-law to be there. So I got there. I greeted him. I gave him the wine. Then my mother-in-law, this late now, said, "You not go pray for her." That was how the man prayed. So that was how I did my introduction. But today you see, introduction now have list now. They have list in introduction now. They have list. If you want to do wedding now, if you don't do introduction before the wedding, they will give you list for introduction. They will give you list for wedding, which is not very good. The way my in-law treated me, that was why I respected them till date. But there are some in-law, the way they will treat you, you will not respect them. We don't have regard for them. You will not have regard for them. Like now, I want to marry your daughter. You now ask me, I should paint the house, your house. I should change your furniture. I should put ties. If I'm forced or I'm pressed to do it just because I love your daughter, do you think I will have respect for you? It takes respect away from the family where you are taking your wife. So we should learn that. We should learn that. We should learn that. If you don't learn any other thing, it takes away respect. That's just the truth. Thank you.
I think the last explanation you made is really eye-opening. One, that marriage is the beginning of the food you eat from your daughter's marriage. Then two, that when you overcharge your prospective in-law, you lose his respect. I think you sound a very strong message to all these people, and I think everyone that has wisdom should take one or two things from that one. Thank you very much for that explanation. And now let us now look at it again now, like the one we have just finished. Very it's like we are going back to it a little way. Now people go into Yahoo, they make money, they build houses and all that. Is that not a way to develop a society?
Yeah, it's a way, sha. Like me, I'm a civil engineer. You know, also in the Bible, Paul said, don't whenever they give you food, don't ask question whether this food is from shrine or from where. Just eat. But you know yourself, you are not involved in the adultery or idolatry, as they call it. It's a development, but it's also a curse. Because whosoever you defrauded will not be praying for you, which we all know. Because I always say that I think there was a song I composed then. I said, whoever lost things will be saying, oh God. Whoever find will be saying, thank you, Jesus. So it's always like that. So I know, but if we want to develop, we should follow the right path. We should follow the right path. We should follow the right path. Because if you can see, this Yahoo has also made a very many people in the society to be so lazy, that they look at it, hard work doesn't pay. And there are no shortcuts to life, really. Shortcut will always cut someone short. You know how many people have died because of an attempt to make this money. So that's just the truth. That's just the truth. That's just the truth.
What you are saying now is even if they are making money from Yahoo, it is not the right way to do it because those money carries consequences. And therefore, what do we do?
We still continue to preach. We still continue to preach. Like myself, I believe hard work will pay. I learned a hand job. I went to a higher institution. Even there are other things I learn online now. There are people who are making money that are not fraudulent today. With this 21st century. So the truth is whether the town is developing through them, it's not really the best thing. We can also check. You just ask the I think I will call it the little advantage side of it. We should also think the disadvantage of this fraud today. That is making them to go into hard drugs, into rituals. You see at times, you see on TikTok, though some of them are content. You see a girl dump at the roadside they'll say by a Yahoo boy. I saw one that day in the hotel, they bust the hotel. This was a life story. The guy tied the girl hands. She wanted to take the sexual parts for money ritual. So because of this, everybody is mad, want to get money. My friend is making, I want to make it. And people are going to hard drugs. They smoke all sorts of things. They drink all sorts of things. Today we see a lot of youths on the streets, naked. Some are mad. But people will be saying, it's what they use their hand. It's not even this thing they did. It's not even ritual. They say it's the native. No. Most of them are it's effect of drugs. As in, I can say 75% of them is effect of drugs. They smoke different things. They blow balloon. They call it balloon. They hail it. There are other things they do. This thing, the one that is common to us is the one they call Colos. And you know that Colos now. At times you see them freeze. So as the body is going, you will see when your body cannot react cannot withstand it, madness will come. My fear is not even many of them who make money into this thing will go broke again. No. Many will go into madness. That's just the truth. You can, if you take statistic of maths youth in town today, now you see they are more than, if we can count, because they trip in every day. You know, Rome is a land of hospitality, so they always dump mad people for us and be looking for a way for us to address these things. Just so I am not the government of the day. I'm not in power. If I have my way, I think this is another menace in our society. Mad people or mad youth, let me use that word. So we're supposed to have at least a rehabilitation center. When you see them, you pick them, you take them there. There are other things to do. There are other things to do to curtail this menace. There are some who say this drugs for them. I think they remain untouchable in this town. I think it's the duty of the government. But when you're not a government, you cannot fight the people. I don't have the strength to fight them. So that's all the truth. Well, that is another story for the day.
Yeah, thank you very much, bros. Yeah, now I know you are a kind of role model to very many people, and you are into community building. Please tell us what you've done for this community personally, maybe in group and all that, and also let us know your challenges, your fears, and all that.
Yeah, I'm into community development because I pray for an is not insane community. I pray for a sane community, a community where everybody will be equal, where everybody will be happy. I can't really I can't just enumerate everything. I have a platform which I know I've used it to raise fund for some things. Because of security reasons, let me not. I have a platform which I also use to develop for empowerment and for development. I will start by there are this speed breaker along Oyomo Road. Then, though it was effort from myself and my association, though they didn't really to show that it. Can still remember I started from there. Before then, I've been into community development. When Julius Berger were in this Uromi, it was among the people who mobilized to make sure whenever they cut wire, they must fix it back. From there, gradually, that's all your how to develop your place, enter the spirit. We're doing it. I've done many things. There are some I don't want to talk so that it will not look as if I'm bragging, because that is what our people will say. They'll say, because you don't do this one and you want to talk. But I can say one, uh, like the Joshua in Ogbeni. I I raised a fund there. I used my platform. I have a developmental platform which I use to repair that portion. Though it's in deplorable state again now, just because I have not really done anything. Not that I have not done anything. I wanted to do. The problem is the outside brought there. They said they cannot deseat the drain now because it's a little. Should I call it looks swampy now. So it will be very difficult for them to deseat. That was why that place is so bad now. But at least at last year December, we were able to do something. We done a very great palliative there, which cost us about 2 point something million. I raised the whole money. I did supervise it to make sure that place is motorable. But it's bad again now because of this rainy season. So while I was doing it, there are always this, whatever, when you are doing goods, there are always these things you get. Some will pray for you, some will curse you. So because when we are doing it, we'll barricade some place. Some Okada will come and say, get out. Is it now you people want to do it? Election is closed now. You want to do it. You want to do the road now. Get out. You people will not allow us to pass. At times I will be shouting, it's not government that is fixing this road. It even come to a time I heard in town that the local government is fixing the road. I will say, oh, I made mistake. I wish I know. I'm supposed to have fixed a signpost here. So indicating that this road is not done by the local government. There are these ups and downs when you are doing it. When you are really doing it, there are these accusations. People will say, you go don't chop money, go don't chop money now. You dey chop money with the heads. But I always like myself, but when I'm doing it, I do live video for them to see. Even the cement, when we bring cement, I always do it. I send the video so that people can see it. I always give accounts. I will write it, this is what we spent. At least my own small money, they reach me today eat. So people have to develop my time. If I have the opportunity, I would do more. That's just the truth. That's just the truth.
You just mentioned a statement at the community part that if you have the opportunity, you will do more. Meaning you have a bigger picture on what you want to do for some people.
I have a very bigger picture. Right now, there was this a girl we approached that is, she was hawking the fruit. We say, why are you not in school? He said it. That he lost his dad, that's he sat for WAEC, but he want to go into apprenticeship. So we promised her, we asked her to come. Since then, she have not come to me. We'll see what we can do. So these are the things. There are a lot of things I want to do, but I don't need to be saying it here. If God bless me with the fund I need, then that is where people will see what I'm able or what I will be able to do. So that's it.
Thank you very much. I think on that note, the listeners should know what you just said, that he has bigger pictures of what he wants to do. So if you want to help him, he's available for assistances. Now, on a final note now, I want you to appeal to some people, the youths, the men, the women all over the world, on whatever thing you feel in your mind you need to tell them. Please tell them now. Okay. That message.
My first message will go to the unions. Today, the price rise or the price hike we have today now, most of these things are caused by unionism. So I want to beg the women, because everything they say in the market and they have their union, that they should also consider people. You people are shouting government is bad, but what we are doing is, I think, is worse than what the government is doing. Because when the government is doing his own, he always say it. But your own, today now cement is 9,000. Just because somebody just decide to say, no road to take this thing is giving us problem, we should add money. That was out from 7.4 to 7.5, 7.5 to 8,000, 8,000 to 8.5, from 8.5 under a week, 8.5. I bought cement in this week, last week now to this week now, with 3 different prices. So let us help ourselves. The government is not receiving anything. It's not receiving the pain we are passing. Even when the government is telling us, he feel our pain. Yes, he might feel it, but he's not receiving the pain. He only feel your pain. Then number 2, I will beg the men. You should always encourage your child to be educated. Because I know some men force their child to go into this Yahoo thing. It's not everybody. The Bible said that we have mercy on who we have mercy on. It's not everybody that will do this Yahoo and make it. Let your child go to university. if he want to. And secondly, youth, we should not be giving this excuse of my parents not support me. I can still remember how I passed through university. I suffered. The assistant I got should not be up to 30%. Let me use that one. But I was determined. I was determined to be a graduate and also to be a very professional graduate in that matter. I can still remember it, when it told made me to know I was the first civil engineer in the whole Ocean. So I was, wow, imagine. So that's the thing. So I want to beg, if you want to go further in education, there is this, they should stop this complaint of my father don't help me. If you are determined, you will make it. If you will make it, that was why I was saying platform. If we have people who are serious, who are not fraudulent, who really want to, at least there are way we can put heads together. I have some persons I can call that will assist. I still remember the last contribution we did. I used my platform, we raised about 800 or something. Somebody who told us he have a kidney problem. So within a month, just the guy is, I don't know the guy before, but he came to me. I just dropped his picture. Few persons said they know him. It's not even everybody that know him. Just because I involve, we raised money. I think it's something. We raised something. I immediately while we were raising the money, he died. So after the 7 days, we went to the wife. We donated the money to the wife to train the children because the children were so small. So we can do many good things with that platform. Then the guests, your value. We are talking of expensive wedding just now. At times, just ask this question to yourself. Do you worth the money that is being spent on you? So you have to respect yourself. You have to respect yourself so that your value will be high. Then for the boys, which I've talked to you, the youth, let us shun violence, courtesan, kidnapping, stealing, frauds. Let us stop it. Just believe who will make it will make it. That is for the youth. Let the general public, I want to beg all of us, let us learn how to keep our environment clean, how to assist government with our own efforts. Don't dump refuge in the gutter. Don't block the drain. Allow the drain to flow. Because what you are receiving, nobody is receiving. The government, they are not receiving it. If anything that has to do with erosion or fraud happen here, the government, if they want to show concern, they will fly to this place with a recorder. Then they will use the recorder to look at everything. They will go back. But you are the one receiving it. We are closing everywhere. Who buy 100 by 100, we fence 100 by 120. So it's not helping us. Normally, you're supposed to give a fit. Let us take care of our town. Let us maintain our town so that we'll have a safe place to stay. We'll have a place to call our own. Thank you all. May God bless you all.
Wow, what a great day we had with you. And I am sure that many of you, all of you, must have picked 1, 2, or 3 things from what our gentleman has just been saying here. And I'm sure that if we are able to follow 1 or 2 things that is advised, many of us are going to have a better period with ourselves. On that note, we've come to the end of today's interview session on Ego Studio. Your host, Sunday Aymare Inegbedose, Ego Studio, London, UK. Thanks for viewing.